Okay, I've decided to go with brown. I really like the contrast of the brown with the red or the burnt orange. I keep calling it red. It's burnt orange. So I really like that. I liked it more than I liked the blue. I don't know. I just didn't like the blue in there. You may like the blue. Obviously, it's personal preference. Put whatever color you want to put in yours. But I am gonna go with the brown here, and I'm actually gonna try to do a big kind of star here in the center. I've been doing little ones. I don't know if my big one will work. Oh, I think that's gonna work. Oh, well, if I don't run out of thread, maybe I didn't got my thread long enough. Oh, I'm gonna have just enough, I think. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yes, love it. Now that we're gonna do our rope star. And I don't know why I chose stars as the little element for this piece. Maybe sheriff stars for cowboys and horses. Um, maybe I thought those elements went together. Um, so now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. Kind of want it. I want it to be big, but I don't want it to be too big, and I want it to have the same shape as the other. So maybe I do that, and then bring it across, and then bring it back down. Okay, so I don't want to use those scissors on that. Yeah, that's pretty thick. Okay, so let's just start couching down. Let me get my needle set up to start couching this down, and I'm probably gonna have to have it's probably gonna take all of this, and I don't know if I brought any more with me today of this color. Oh, I did too. I did too. It's folded up in here. Okay, good. So if I run out, I have it. I have it. But this just blends in really nicely. That's what I used here on this. It just blends in really nicely with the rope. You can see it in places, but it's not enough that it's just detracting from the rope. Oh, and this, I don't know if I said this in a previous recording. I made a lasso out of this rope. I made an actual lasso that worked, and then I stitched it down. I was like, no, 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 we can't just stitch this down to look like a lasso. I'm gonna have to make a lasso that works before I stitch it down. And you trust me, you don't have to, but my thought process at that moment was like, no. If I'm putting this on here, I want it to work when I put it on here. And I don't even know why, but I just felt like that was how I needed to go with that. So that's what I did. So it's kind of funny, I think. My husband was like, okay, great. Then they don't really care. I don't like having long tails on past my knots. Don't like it. So I'm not going to do it. So we're gonna stick this. I don't want to go too far down to the edge. Um, because again, that 1/4 inch will get lost. And I wanna, how do I wanna do that? Since this piece is not tied off, I'm gonna have to go through the rope to make sure it holds. I'm gonna stick that little stitch in there, especially on this end. I'm gonna stick a few stitches in here because this rope likes to fray, as you can see. So I'm going to stick several stitches in here to make sure this holds and holds well here at the end. And I'll probably do it again when I bring that very end piece back down. And I did it there as well. So like I'll couch it. I want to stick some stitches in there to really hold it. I don't want it fraying too much. And this piece, I like that I left a little bit extra hanging out past my stitches because I knew it was going to fray, so I wanted to give that room to really hold. And so I've left a little bit here on the end again because I know it's going to fray, so I'm going to give that space to really hold. It's not as much as what's there, but I think it'll still be okay. So now I need to get my lay of the, let's see, I wonder if I can, I did bring a straight pin. If I could just, let's tack that right there with that pin to hold everything straight while I couch the rest of this line down. And I didn't go through the rope in all of my stitches up here, but there were a few where I did go through the rope just to give it an extra oomph, I guess, or holdability, or however you want to look at it. So like maybe every other stitch, I'll go through the rope to make sure it's good and held down. Because again, children be liking to pick at things, so I just don't want them pulling it off. You know, they wouldn't need to pull it off, but you know, just picking and just normal children activities, they might accidentally detach something. So I want to make sure it's all good and held down so that doesn't happen. Obviously, I could fix it, but don't want to have to do a lot of mending if we don't have to do a lot of mending. Go with the grain of the rope there. Sometimes that, oh, that did work. So, I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. I got this out of frame. I'm over here just stitching away and not paying attention to where I am in the frame here. Let's see. Oops. Sorry guys, give me just a second. Let's see if I can reposition just a little bit. See if maybe you can see it better when I pull it closer to me now. My pen is losing its stickiness. Not stickiness, but it's not holding as well. Oh, how did that get in there? Alright. I'm pulling that to the edge of the table so I can get up under it from the bottom and still leave it flat so I can see where my rope is at. That's the problem with. So I'm hoping now that I repositioned the camera a little bit, that's you can still see it when I pull it towards me. That. And here we're at the top. So I'm gonna come up right here and couch this down. And since this piece This is the point, and I'm gonna be pulling kind of tightly on it to come back down this way. I'm gonna stick a couple of extra stitches in it right here. Okay, so far, so good. So we've got this little line coming up here, and then so now we're gonna take this line and go down. I want to go down that far. Do I want to kind of make it wonky? How do I want to do this? I think we'll go down to here. So again, I'll get my straight pin and I'll pin this down while I'm stitching the rest of that down. So I have just had so much fun playing with elements and things and going, oh, Easton likes this, Stetson likes this. Don't yet know what Oakley's gonna like, but I'm assuming he's gonna be like his two older brothers and liking dinosaurs and stuff. But I may wait a little bit on his, just to see, if he prefers cars instead of dinosaurs or something like that. But Stetson and Easton have just been huge dinosaur fanatics. Easton's favorite dinosaur is Triceratops. And he also loves a T-Rex. And I think all kids love a T-Rex, but his favorite, if you ask him what his favorite is, it's a Triceratops. Extra stitching in there. And while it's October, I don't do a lot of Halloween stuff. I don't like scary. I don't like spooky. So I don't do a lot of Halloween stuff. But I've already started reading Christmas books. I'm that person. And actually, if we're just gonna be honest, I'd probably read. I could read Christmas books year round. I stitched this down really well right here, since it's again gonna curve back up. And go back toward that other corner. And I'm gonna have to finish this piece of thread off right here. Oh, it's a good thing I brought the rest of that thread, because this would not be enough. Oh. To finish this off. So we're gonna go this way with that. Oh, and like I said, don't leave needles. Oof. And talk about bad things can happen. So again, do I want to go wonky with this one, or do I want to go kind of up here with this one, or do I want to go way over here? I don't think I want to go that far. Let's see what putting it here looks like. Oh, I have to do a short arm over here because of the edge. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to do a shorter arm because I'll run out of rope. have to do a shorter arm. So let's do a shorter arm. Okay, there. Don't pull it too tight because it's pulling that corner up. So then again, we would go down to here, down to here. I think that's going to end up looking really good. What do y'all think? I really like that. It's going to look so cute. All right, let's get to couching. Here's my last little bit with this piece. My air conditioner hasn't been off 5 minutes and it's already back on. Well, at least I don't think it's been 5 minutes. It doesn't feel like it's been 5 minutes. And there's another customer, so I'll take a pause and be back. Alrighty, so I just got to see a lovely customer that I haven't seen in a while, and I didn't know why I hadn't seen her in a while. She's an elderly customer, super sweet lady. But I thought about her often and wondered why I haven't seen her in a while. And I, of course, was hoping everything was okay. But so she just came in for the first time in several months. And turns out she's been battling cancer. Um, so it was lovely to get to see her. I hate that she's had that to deal and contend with, but it was lovely to get to see her. And I'm glad she's doing so much better now. She said she still has a ways to go as far as with her chemo and radiation treatments and stuff, but she's well enough to be out and about, so that was great, and I was glad I got to see her. So we're just going to continue couching down our star here. I got a little high with it. I have to move the pen in a minute. This one is going to be a wonky start in a little bit because this arm is going to be shorter than this arm probably because of the edge, but that's okay. Wonky is good. Wonky adds character. I keep getting that out of frame, don't I? Wonky adds character. So once I finish this, I'm gonna stitch in probably with the blue or the burnt orange. Well, and maybe even both. I'm gonna stitch in some stars here, and maybe one or two here, and then I think a few here, and maybe some here. I'm gonna add some cream ones in over here to kind of fill in the blanks over there. I really like this, and I have decided since looking at this a little bit more, I love this look, but I'm going to couch down, like at these crossing points, I'm going to couch it down and maybe a couple of points in the longer spots, just so that it's not easily picked or broken. Because again, little kids do do things by accident, surely by accident, um, because they don't know. They don't know that, you know, some of the things they do can cause damage. So I don't I don't want them to accidentally break it. So we'll just couch those down. But I still just love the look of that. That turned out so cute. I'm really pleased with that. I'm gonna pull that pin now. Stick that back over there because I'm gonna go and stay in that. Trying to move that thread and I'm pulling on this thread. Okay. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna end it about there and then pull it back over. Maybe about there. I'm just gonna keep playing with that. Make sure I've got enough left to reach the end. Oh, that's no bueno. Ah, there we go. Good grief. Stabbing myself today. Maybe this one won't make me bleed. And again, where this curve is, I'm going to stitch it down several times so that putting tension on it to curve it and go the opposite direction doesn't make it come loose or anything. Okay. So, yeah, like it to there. So if we go to there and go, that gives us plenty of room to go back down. Maybe if I go above to up here. I like that too. And that doesn't come across my fence line, my chevron stitches. Yeah, okay, I like that. So I get my straight pin back out. Pin that back down. Right there. And then I'll just go back to stitching. I usually work in a hoop. Like I said, I've been doing cross stitch and embroidery for years now. Several years, not 20 years, but several years. I had a sweet customer teach me. I had asked her, she showed me, she would always bring in her beautiful pieces of cross stitch, and I was just in awe of the beautiful work that she did. And I was like, you've got to teach me how to do this because for me, written instructions don't make a lick of sense. I need to see it. I'm a very visual learner. Yes, I love to read and I read books, there's a difference in reading fiction and reading stories, even, biographical or other things like that. I don't just do fiction, but there's a difference in reading those things and then reading instruction manuals on how to do something. And stitching, it was one of those things, like, it did not make a lick of sense to me what they were trying to explain how to do with in cross stitch or anything else. It just, and the diagrams didn't help. I'm like, you've just made a jumbled mess here, and I don't know what this is supposed to mean. So I just, I, it was very intimidating for me. I didn't like it. It was intimidating, and I, like, as much as I wanted to do it, I didn't think I could do it. So she finally agreed and showed up one day with well, I say she agreed, she just finally showed up one day with a cross stitch project for me. It was like, here, I'm going to teach you how to cross stitch. And I was like, are you really? That's so wonderful. So she did, and sweet, sweet, lovely lady. Um, but she taught me how to cross stitch. So then I just, of course, kept going from there. Um, Bought several kits to do and practice with, and got pretty how I thought I had gotten pretty good at it. She said I had gotten really good at it, so um, boosted my confidence, of course, and that, oh, I can do this. And so then I thought, well, I really want to learn how to do embroidery. And as much as I like the cross stitch and stuff, it's very flat to me, and there's beautiful pieces of it, but it always just has a very flat look. So I wanted something more three-dimensional, more textile, and embroidery was the solution for me for that. And I really love the look of embroidery, and of course, I started going to YouTube to learn stitches, all the different stitches, and I'm still learning stitches. Still trying to get, I guess, confident. There's still stitches that I'm trying to learn and that I practice and stuff. So I'm not by any means an expert at this, but I do enjoy it. So I've seen all of these other ladies doing these lovely projects, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do those. I want to start some of those projects because they just look so neat. So I'm about to be out of thread here. So let me just tie this off right here and get another piece of thread and finish couching this last little leg down, and then this star will be done, and it's gonna be so nice. And again, I'm at work, so, and the air conditioner is kicked back on, but there's an alley behind the store. We don't, I mean, obviously there's not a lot of traffic there, but that alley, I'm two buildings down from the end of the road, or from another road, so I'm kind of not on the corner of the road, but I'm one door down from the corner. So there's an intersection right here out front of the store. So we've got the side road right here, and then we've got the main road out front, where there's lots of traffic. So you hear all kinds of crazy noises throughout the day here. Um, some of it gets interesting. um, Ooh, I could tell you stories on things I've heard, but we won't get into that today. But I am really happy that I got to see my lovely customer today and that she's doing better. I hate that I didn't know that she was sick until now, but I am glad that she's doing much better. And then another sweet lady that I go to church with, she just told me that her husband has pancreatic cancer, and he started chemo this week, so I'm really praying for her and And kind of, I mean, just, she's so sweet, and they're such a sweet couple. I swear I don't know that I've seen anybody, any couple as sweet as those two are. They are just precious. And I hate that they're having to go through this, but I think if anybody can weather that, they certainly can. And um, but I messaged her yesterday to check on him, and I haven't heard back from her, so it's kind of got me a little worried. But I don't want to. I know they're surrounded by family and stuff, so I don't want to be like too nosy or too poking my nose in over there. But, you know, I figure she'll get back to me when she's able to. That does not want to thread. Come on. Oh my goodness. And there's railroad tracks close by me as well. So now you get the lovely sound of the train. How exciting! Gosh, of all the days to attempt to do this while at the store and record while doing. I mean, like this part isn't the hard part, but the attempting to record while I'm working. It's I'm getting all the good stuff. And I even turned the air conditioner. What is that? It's called. I turned it. I turned the temperature up so that it wouldn't kick on as often, but it's still kicking on. So that should tell you how warm it is here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pin that. Thought I could just kind of leave it, but no, I'm gonna have to pin. Gonna have to pin that. Just, just stick it on there for a second and get my pin back out. Okay, pin that back down. Oh, it's coming along. It's gonna look so good once I finish getting this couch down. How lovely. I'm excited. Like I said, I'm gonna get the brown and I'm gonna get the brown back out. I'm gonna couch those little corners down so that they don't get pricked and damaged. So let's finish this up. Did I time on? I did time on. Okay. So let's just finish this up. We don't like much being done. Yay! There we go. That air conditioner cut off. There go my sniffles again. If it gets bad again, I'll pause it again and go take care of that. So I won't be sniffling in your ear. And who knows? I may go back and cut all my sniffles out. Well, let me. Okay, welcome back. So that was a crazy time. My daughter called, then my stepmom called. So in the meantime, I finished couching this down and I have a little tan left on my needle, so I threw a little star over here with what was left on there. And so now I have threaded my needle with the brown and I'm just going to couch this little star down at these points to make sure that it's good and secure, and because those long stitches like that can easily get broken or ripped out. So if I couch them down, hopefully they won't be sticking up enough to get ripped out. And the air conditioner kicked back on. My goodness. I might have to go kick that thing back up again to keep it from kicking on so much. Hmm. Yep. Whoops. Get that. Nope. Okay. I'll just fix it. Yes. Somehow or another split that thread and I didn't mean to. There we go. I need to pull it back together. I don't want to leave it split like that. And that adds a nice little effect to it. So let's see. That may put a couch right there and then maybe one right there. Those longer points. Not with that one, but maybe that one too. So we'll just go around putting a couple of extra little couches in there because those longer pieces I don't want to accidentally get broken off. I'm gonna get to see the grandbabies today for a little bit. So my daughter called just a minute ago. She was wanted to know if they could come and hang out here at the store so I could help her watch the kids while she gets ready. She's like, I can't do my makeup and watch them do. And if you've ever had little boys who are into everything, that makes complete sense. So I was like, sure, I can help you watch them while you get ready. There. Okay, there. I think that's gonna be good. I think that's gonna be very nice. So we'll just tie that off. Nice, 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 nice.